Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Participants, today's topic is NRI HF and non-individual account opening process. तो participants, अगर आप लोगों के कुछ questions, doubts रहेंगे तो आप लोग hand raise कर सकते हो, नहीं तो check box में mention कर सकते हो, ठीक है? तो अगर आप लोग check box में mention कर रहे हो, sorry, अगर आप hand raise कर रहे हो ना, तो मैं last में आप लोगों को unmute कर दूंगी, ठीक है? दीपक येरम sir, over to you. Please start the session, sir.
Okay. Okay, Shilpa. I will start the session now. Okay. Yeah. शिल्पा आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? You can audible me?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Uh, okay. Hello. Hello everyone. This is Deepak here. Deepak Aram. I'm from the KYC operation and taking care of NRI and corporate account opening processes. Okay. So we will start for the sessions. Before that, I just give you the details of what we are come for this session. Okay, what we are doing it in this session. Okay, so we will discuss on the topic of the NRI and non-individual account opening processes. Right now, we will understand how to process the NRI and corporate account. Okay, so before that, we will start this session. I will tell you one thing. Like we will start with the NRI first of all. How to an NRI account opening process. We will discuss. We will understand what are the types of the NRI account opening. How many types are there in the account of NRI? Okay, and how to fill up the account opening forms and what are the documents we have to collect it in NRI account category. Okay, so for that I will just start with the NRI account opening, and after that completing of the NRI we will start for the corporate account. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the NRI account opening. So I hope you all people are uh, can see my screen on the desktops and laptops. Okay, so this is the account opening form which I am showing on the screen. Okay, here this is the account opening form of NRI. Okay, so we will start with this account opening form, like where we can go on this page, on the first page where we will update the details of NRI clients. Okay, see, this is the KRA page. So we have to before filling up the form, and we have to check all the details in KYC application. What are the details are there of the client? So we accordingly we have to update this all the details in KYC application, like where they start with the PAN numbers of the client. Here it is written. Okay, it's like you can just fill up this all the details, like this, these all are the client profiles. Okay, so accordingly you can fill up this all those details, like PAN numbers is here, and this name will be written as per the PAN card only. Whatever the name is written in the PAN card, hard copy of the PAN card, as accordingly you have to return this name, client name. Okay, here it is the father name you have to return as per the PAN card. Date of birth is mentioned here. Okay, like, and then whatever the genders, male or females. Okay, and you have to paste the photographs here in this box and do the across signature on this photograph. Okay. Then what will the marriage status? Single, married. This you have to click on it. Okay. Nationality, whatever. Like the persons are Indian or out other than Indian. Like see, I like to tell you one thing that the NRI there are two categories like NRE and NRO. So sometimes the people are having the abroads, like they are settled in the abroad and they are getting the nationality from the outside of country, India. Okay, so in that case, we will return the country name of that client here only in other sections. Okay, if suppose for example the client is settled in US and having a passport of US, so we can write here USA. Okay, and if the client is having the passport of India, so we will write the Indian, we will take on this Indians. Okay, like some kind of details we have to uh, fill up in these forms. Okay, so resident status should be like a non-resident Indian, because we are opening the NRI account, na? So we have to click on this non-resident Indian. Okay, so here it is Aadhaar number. If client is having the Aadhaar number, you can fill up it here only. Okay, then after we will go on the next part. On the second point, there will be address detail. Okay, the address detail will be a correspondent address and the permanent address. Okay, this both the addresses depend on the client, what the client choice, what the client wants to fill up the correspondent address, and what the client is insist to. All the correspondence will be sent on this address, so you can put an address on this sections only, correspondent address. Okay, and the permanent address. And in NRI category, the foreign address is compulsory, where you have to compulsory fill up the foreign address in NRI account opening. Okay, so they will be in a correspondence or they will be in a permanent. You can fill up it as per the client choice. Okay, so next we will go for the proof of addresses. What you are giving the address proof for the correspondent address and a permanent address. Accordingly, you have to tick on these sections like Aadhaar card, passport, or anything like. Okay. See, and next option, it is contact details. Okay. In contact detail, you can find here it is a email ID and mobile numbers. Okay. So email ID, you have to put an email ID, what your client is giving. Okay. And the mobile number will be you have to write down here. So mobile number, sometimes client will give the foreign number also and the Indian number also. But I will tell you like that the SMS will be not sending on a foreign number, on foreign mobile number. Okay, always it will be going on the Indian mobile number only. So you can put any number as per the choice of the client. Okay. So then after, the next point is application declaration. Here it is the part of the signature. Okay, you have to take the signature of the client in this box, wet signatures. Okay, then after, this is the IPV section. Okay, in-person verification sections, where those who are doing the IPV, like in the branch or a sub-broker AP, they are directly goes to the client place, and the client will come at their place. Okay, at that time they are originally verifying the all documents. Okay, and put their details in this in-person verification details, like the IPV date when you are checking the documents, and this date you have to put it here, employee name, employee code, designation. These all the details you have to put it here. Okay. Sometimes APs are having the doubts like we don't have the employee code and all, like. Okay. So you can write here your AP codes or a subbroker code. You have to write it here in this employee code details. Okay. And this is the designation as a AP. And you can put a stamp over here. In-person stamp also you can put it here over it. Okay. Then the next section will be a NRE bank detail and NRO bank detail. Earlier, I just give you the detail of this NRI account. There are two types of NRI account. One is NRE and NRO. Okay. This NRE, this is the repartiable NRI repartiable account, and NRO, it's a non-repartible account. These both are two different accounts which will be open in the NRI category. Okay, so we will go with the NRE account. Okay, where you have to fill up this NRE account details in this sections. Okay, where this saving account of NRE account. Okay, you have to write it down, your bank detail, bank name, NRE saving account, which will be written here. Okay, MICR, IFPC. This should be available. You have to write it down here because we have to map this all the details in our database. Okay, so don't forget to skip this any type of details here. Okay, and second, that is the NRE PIS account is you have to mention all the details of the NRE PIS account here. Okay, so client must be having when the client is going to open an account, NRI account, the client must be having the NRE NRO PIS account. Okay, so that account we have to map with our trading account. Okay, for the settlement purpose. So you have to check with your details uh, like the proof of account, bank proof. Okay, accordingly you have to mention the NRE saving account details here, and in the second bank detail where you have to put the detail of NRE BIS account. Okay, then after you can go with the next point, that is NRO account. So it is here is the same thing you have to mention, like NRO bank details, saving bank detail, MICR, IFPC, and NRO PIS account you have to mention in here. So actually here it is, I tell you one thing, that some of the people are having the doubts in this section, like the clients is not having the PIS account of NRO. Okay, so bank are not allotting the PIS account. So in this case, here it is, you bank will be not allotting, like NRO PIS account is not available with this section, like NRO PIS account, if it's not there, so you have to ask to the client to open the NRO security saving account. Okay, so that account we have to map with this sections, and we will map with the trading account as well. Okay, so these are the two bank details you have to mention in this application form. Okay, so we will go to next page of this. Here it is the type of the account, which account you want to open, like the repartible and non-repartible, which I already told you right now. There is a two type of NRI account. One is the NRE and NRO. So NRE, it means like NRE, it is a NRI repartible account. Here you have to tick, if the client is wants to open a NRE account, then we have to tick here only. NRO, then you have to tick here. Okay. NRE is it is non repartible, and NRO it is non-repartible. Okay. Then we will go with this next point, that is the standing instruction, what client wants to take an services from the angel one, like you have to accordingly you have to take care, like there are the statements columns, like delivery instructions, yes or no. Okay, these all the details are mentioned here, that these all the details are mentioned by the client as per their choice. Okay, so you have to fill up accordingly here, like email ID and bill settlement, or like running account, since monthly, quarterly. Okay, these all the details are here. You have to click it on here and fill up it. Okay, and the next column that is information on preventing of money laundering act, like where you have to mention the details of the client's annual incomes. Okay, so whatever the incomes are available of the clients, like whatever the incomes you're earning in the yearly basis, that you have to select the option somewhere 1 lakh, 1 to 5 lakh, 5 to 10 lakhs, 10 to 25, as per the client details. Okay, you have to put it here. Okay, and what the client's occupation will be there, you have to take it on these sections. Okay, then if the client will doing the business, so you can to fill up this portion of the client. Okay, and this is the again this the part of PMLA where you have to take the details of these clients. Like client is a PEP client, so you have to mention the yes or no options here. Okay, next page, that will be a segment column. Okay, where they are all type of segments are given here. Okay, so here here you have to take the signature of the client as per the segment columns. Okay, this you can take the signatures. Okay, fine. This next is the introducer. Who will be a introducer? Like who is introduced to the client? So your AP or subbrokers and bank branch details. These all details are mentioned in these columns. Okay, and next year it is a declaration. Yeah, here the client has to be assigned. Like okay, everywhere we are already given the marking. This is the hand marks columns is there for the client signature. Wherever it is there in the KYC application, you have to take the signature of the client. Okay. Then this is the next point is the brokerage page. Here you have to fill the brokerages like minimum and the delivery. Okay, these are all the details you have to mention here. Then go to the depository part. What will be the DP scheme you have to charge for the client? This detail is mentioned here. Okay, this is a annual normal AMC, and this is a lifetime AMC. Whatever you client you are going to charge it for. Okay, then take a signature of the client in this page. Okay, again here is the signature of client running account statement. Here also you have to take a signature of a client. Okay, this is the page of nominations. Okay, here the nomination page, you have to mention the details of the nominee. The client wants to nominate any one of the families, that all the details are mentioned here. Okay, so you can complete detail, you have to fill up here. You can check whenever you are filling the forms, you have to check these details are filled up or not, like the name, address, city, PAN numbers, date of birth, relation of the nominee with the BO, like with the client. Okay, these all the details should be mentioned here, and you have to take a signature of the client. Yeah, and next that is the witnesses. Sometimes people are forgot to take the witnesses of the nominee. So just whenever you are filling this form, you just make sure that witness should be there in this column. Okay, in these forms. No, then again you can come on the next page. That is the this is the nominee opt-out page. In this section, uh, this page is belongs to like those clients, they are not nominate anyone. So in that case, client has to fill up this form and uh, provide their signature on these forms. Okay, whenever the nomination is not allowed, he is not opting for the nominee, he has to sign it here. Okay, then this is the portion of this or the minors, right? Okay, and the next page is NRE DDPI form, where you have to take the signature of client in all the four boxes. Okay, show that all the four boxes client has to be assigned. If there are two holders, three holders, max to three holder can we will open the account. So in a first holder, where the client has to first holder, he has to sign in this section, in this box. Okay, and this all the four boxes have to be signed by the client. And this is the NRO DTPA form. Okay. Here also the client signature will be required in all these four boxes. Correct. Then we will go on this page. This is FATCA page. This FATCA page, it is a mandatory part where client has to sign and fill up the details of their FATCA page. Okay. So you can just check whether client is India residence or USA residence. Like, okay, accordingly you have to tick it here. Okay, and as per this is the date of birth. Okay, the tax residency country like in US or India, whatever it is, like wealth, source of wealth, you have to tick it on here. Okay, then again this is the signature column. Here it is again client has to sign it. And this is the next page we are coming. This is the FEMA declaration. Okay, this page is for the FEMA declaration that that client has to mandatory, he has to sign in this form. Okay, this is a totally form. Here it is the sign, we require it. Here it is the undertaking form where you have to mention the details of the client of their passport details. Okay, everything like, okay, and this is the portion of the client signature. Okay, here client has to be assigned. Here it is. We have all completed the NRI account opening form. Okay, so I I hope I have already everything I have shown in this form, like wherever the details have to be mentioned, what details we have to mention in the application form. That all the details I have already given it to you. Okay, and later on we will just uh, start with what are the documents are to be required in NRI account opening. So what the documents we will require. So we will go with the checklist. Okay, here it is the checklist. So these NRI account documents and individual account document, these are not uh, that much of differences in between the. Okay, so we will go with the checklist. So we will just understand what are the documents are required. Okay, first of all, we have to collect the PAN card of the client. Okay, then uh, second, that is passport. Passport, it is a mandatory document. PAN card is also a mandatory document. This passport we will require in the case of NRI. Okay, whatever the passport is, it like in Indian passport or a foreign passport. Okay, that passport we have to collect it from the client. Aadhaar card, it is optional. Okay, then going on the next point, that is the address proof of the client. We have to collect both the addresses, like a foreign address and an Indian address. These two addresses we have to collect it from the client. Sometimes client doesn't having the Indian address, so we have to compulsory collect the foreign addresses from the client, where we have given the types of the address proofs you can collect it from the client. These all the these all the address proofs are applicable, or we have checked with the exchange site and we have give you the details like a passport. It's also address proof. You can collect a driving license, electricity bill, telephone bill. This bill like a utility bill, it is not more than a 2 months old. Okay, this is not more than a 2 months old. The proof of address which is issued by the banks and the government, that also we can consider. Okay, and the rent agreement, lease license agreement. Okay, this is also one of the address proof we can consider for it. Okay, then we have to go on the next point, that is visa, valid visa with the immigration page work permit. Okay, this immigration page and a visa page we have to collect it from the client like this immigration page, it is indicating, it is showing that the client has came in India and you subbroker and branches are doing the IPO on the document. These both the things are cross check with that. So for that we required the immigration page. And okay, so next point is that OCI and PIO card, that is overseas citizen of India. This is OCI, and PIO, that is a person Indian origin. Okay, these both cards are issued to the NRI when the are client they are having the nationality of the abroad countries. Then only India will assign these two cards to the client. Okay. So in that case, whenever the client is having the foreign passport, in that case we have to collect the OCI card from the client. Okay, and this is the requirement of it. Like whenever the foreign nations cards passport will be there from the client side. Okay, and in this case there will be a optional for that if the country details are mentioned in the passport, foreign passport, that is India, then you have that thing also we have to check it. Like okay, and the next column is that RBF permission letter. RBF permission letter is seems to that this is the PIS letter. Okay, this PIS letter it is called as a RBI permission letter. Okay, this letter it is a compulsory document where you have to collect it from the client. This PIS letter, that is the NRE PIS letter and a NRO PIS letter. Whenever the client is going to open an NRE account, there you have to collect the NRE PIS letter, and whenever the client wants to open an NRO account, you have to collect the NRO PIS letter or a security funding accounts. Okay, here it is the same thing. This is the PIS portfolio investment scheme letter. We required it. Okay, this letter will be required it here. Okay, and just hold on. Fine. Uh, then the next point is that normal bank account detail we have to collect it from the client. That is depend on the NRE and NRO client base. Okay, as per the type of the NRI account, you have to collect the NRE or NRO bank details from the client. Okay, and the next is the FEMA declaration duly signed by the client, which declaration it is available in the KYC application, which I already earlier just shown you. When we are gone through the KYC application, I shown you there the FEMA declaration later. Okay, and the next point is that is the DDPI, NRE or NRO. It is a voluntary document that client wants to give it or not. Like, okay, GDPI also I have shown you. Okay, and recently SEBI has mandate one of the document from 1st of April. That is the MITC form. Okay, this MITC form, which is not available in the KYC application, but we are whenever we are sending the checklist and the details to everyone, we will attach it with this and send it to them. So you whenever you can just make sure that you have to collected this MITC most important terms and condition form from the client, and this is the mandatory document. You have to collect it from the client whenever you are taking the application from the clients. Okay, these all are the details of the documents part. What I have explained it to you from the point first. Okay, these all the documents you have to collect it from the client. Okay, so you can just note it down in your notepad. This all the detail. I hope you all the people are having noting down this all the details in your notepads. Okay, so next I like to tell you these are the points are also mandatory for the opening of the account. Okay, so when you're collecting all these details like this. application form and the document from the clients, you make sure that all the documents should be signed by the client, and IPv will be updated in the documents. Okay, the IP, it means that the in-person verification detail that you have to mention on the document, that you have to make sure that everything will be there. Okay, so where at this point it is only belongs to the when the client is come to India and you are doing the IPV. In this case, you have to put this thing IPV from the branch or a sub or AP. They are putting their IP on the documents. Okay, like and this is the second case where client is not came in India. Okay, so sometimes clients are available in the abroad countries. Okay, he has not came in India, so in that case, client asks client to do the IPV on the document from this all the this all the details, like where the local banker can do the IPV. They are checking the all document originally, and they are put their in-person original stamp on the documents. Okay, this these points you have to check it out whenever the overseas citizen clients. Okay, and notary public, you can take it from their countries. Okay, this document can be attested by the Indian embassy in that country where the client is resides. Okay, this detail you have to check it. Okay, and then one more thing I will tell you like this. They are the category of NRI where one more category will be there. Like this is the same NRI account only, but somewhere the clients are the seafarer clients. Okay, they are also a NRI client only, seafarer clients. Okay, so in that case, whenever the seafarer client you are going to fill up these forms, you have to collect all the document as per above given document. Okay, these all the documents you have to collect it, except then the foreign addresses, because seafarer is doesn't having a foreign address because he is not stable on in one country at a one times. Okay, so they are providing the Indian address only. And for the clarification of this seafarer, we have to collect this document for the seafarer, where continuous discharge card we have to collect it from the seafarer client, along with the seafarer passport is needed. Okay, with the copy of existing company contract. Okay, these all the document we have to additionally collected from the client whenever the seafarer client are going to open the NRI account. Okay, these are the documents part. I have just explained it to you everything. Like, okay, so I hope you all are uh, having noted down this all the details, and later on after for a half an hour we will discuss on the question answer points. You have any questions, you have any doubts in this account openings part, NRI account opening parts, you can ask me directly. So we will keep a time for it, for a question answer for half an hour or okay. So till this I have explained to you all the NRI account opening part. Okay, now we will go for the corporate account opening part right now. Okay, so we'll just start the corporate account opening now. Just hold on.